Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I just want to talk about the Path of Titan server I've been working on. Now, I do want to clarify, it's not out yet, and it's not coming out anytime soon. Maybe next year, at the earliest, I don't know. I'd like to get it out, like, sometime soon, but I can't make any promises on anything, honestly. So, I'm just gonna give you some updates on what's been going on in the Discord and everything, and some of the discourse that's been going around, some just arguments over things and whatnot, and I guess just to plug the Discord, because if you want to be a part of, like, the decision making for things that happen on the server, like regarding the roster or balancing or anything like that, just hop on in on the Discord. And if you're active enough and doing a lot on the server and, you know, just kind of hanging out with the community and everything, I'll consider you for a testing role when the server is actually up. Because we will need to test a lot of these stat changes, because a lot of them are fairly controversial, we'll say. Yeah. But for right now, that's mainly just what's been going on, just like discussing things on the server and arguing over what should we do with this or this or this. But yeah, the biggest controversy that's been going around right now has got to be the war that has started on the server, and that is Divine Beast's Giganotosaurus mod or PT's Giganotosaurus mod. Now, for semi-realism servers, PT Giga is the one that's more commonly used. But on our server, or on my server I should say, but yeah, we'll say our. Yeah, because a lot of you guys that are in the Discord watching this, y'all been doing great. I'm so happy that you guys are engaging and voting in the polls and just, being a part of the community. I love that. That's so great. I love talking with you guys in the Discord. It makes me so happy that you guys get excited about the stupid crap that I get excited about. But anyways, on the server, we're trying to keep things as, like, accurate and sensible as possible. Like, if it makes sense, this is how it should be. You know what I mean? Like, the average consistent size for T-Rex in real life now is, like, 10 tons for an average adult, because the only confirmed adults we have are in the 10-ton range, which even then, I'm looking at the balancing right now, and I might bring it down to 9.5 tons for T-Rex. It used to just be like flat 9 tons, but I don't know, we'll see, I might bring it down to 9.5, but for right now, it's just gonna sit at 10 tons. But anyways, honestly, because of that, I might actually change up the difference between apexes and sub-apexes. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. I've actually got an idea there. Because if you guys are on the server, you probably know that we're at a very big lack of sub-apex carnivores. Or just, like, sub-apexes in general. So I might just change the definition of sub-apex a little bit, just because we have so many apexes and they're spread out over a wide category. But anyways, we'll handle that later. What I want to talk about here is people's opinions on DB Giga versus PT Giga. Now, I know a lot of you guys would probably prefer PT Giga, mainly because it's been out longer, it's more high quality, and it's like animations and model. But I would argue that it doesn't have an interesting playstyle. It's not fun to play, like DB Giga is. Now, I'm not saying that because DB Giga is OP. I'm just saying DB Giga is, like, appropriately strong, and it's a mix between a bleeder build and a brawler build, and you can spec into whichever one you want. And that's how Giga should be. It should be able to brawl with things in its weight class, and it should be able to bleed things bigger than it. That just feels like Giganotosaurus to me. Because, like, it should be able to be a bleeder like all Carcharodontosaurids are, but it should also be able to brawl, you know what I mean? because it is the largest Carcharodontosaurid. It's bigger than Acrocanthosaurus, it's bigger than Carcharodontosaurus, it's bigger than Tyrannotitan. And that brings me to my next point, the model size. DB Giga is significantly bigger than PT Giga. PT Giga is kind of a dwarf by comparison. You might think, oh yeah, that's because DB Giga is oversized. And I'll say that DB Giga is oversized in specific instances, like its subspecies. It really depends on which subspecies you run. That changes its size and everything. Some of them make the Giga too big, and all the other ones are just kind of fine from there. But anyways, what I'm just getting at here is, compared to the other Apexes in the roster, DB Giga fits a bit more in terms of size. Like, Tyrannotitan and Acrocanthosaurus are both, like, bigger than PT Giga. Now, for Acro, it depends on the subspecies, but Tyrannotitan is taller and longer than PT Giga, which is really odd. Mainly because I think just PT scales their models really weird compared to the base game. And PT sizing is just all over the place. Like, their Theri is, like, way bigger than their T-Rex. Their Para is way bigger than it should be. I mean, I get it's based off of, like, max estimates, but even then, why not do that for other dinosaurs in your roster? Again, that doesn't make any sense. That's another thing. We're going to wait until KTO Para comes out in order to add Parasaurolophus to the server, because it's going to be a more average size for Parasaurolophus rather than just focusing on the max adult. But anyways, yeah, that's the controversy around DB and PT Giga. Now, I don't have much of a say, or I do have, like, every say in the matter because it is my server, but what I mean is, like, I don't really care which one ends up making it to the server, because we can make both work with stat changes. And somebody in the Discord said something that I really, really like. I think what we should do is essentially just have the Gigas cycle. So, like, every now and then we switch to DB Giga, every now and then we switch to PT Giga, things like that. But I'm also tempted to just keep it off the server. Mainly because, like, I'll keep the profiles and stat changes in there just in case we add them at some point. But I think I might just keep it off the server for now. Mainly because of Tyrannotitan and Acrocanthosaurus. And we're also planning on adding Reptes Carcharodontosaurus. And you might wonder, okay, why would you have that many Carcharodontosaurid apexes? Well, I'll tell you, Reptes Carch is going to be a sub-apex. He's going to balance it as such, and on my server I'm going to have it be that. This is mainly because I want there to be a difference between, like, all the Carcharodontosaurids, and we definitely need more sub-apex predators. Like, we need to reorganize the roster. I'm definitely considering adding some more sub-apexes to the roster. But again, I don't want to add any more predators because I think we have enough. We have plenty of predators. We have more predators than herbivores, I think. Mainly because a lot of the herbivores I want to add aren't in the game yet. But yeah, I think I'll just have to reorganize the roster a little bit. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make this announcement here. I know this is not professional at all, but I'm just gonna make this announcement here. I am effective immediately going to have PT and DB Giga not be mainstays in the roster. They will both be, like, dinosaurs that will only be available for, like, limited time. Like, they won't be on the server for super long. Like, if somebody requests to make, like, a Giga video or something, then I'll add it to the server temporarily for as long as they need it for, or something like that. or for like a special event or something like that. And then we can add whichever Giga, and we can do the same with PT Rex, because I'm balancing PT Rex as if it's Tyrannosaurus macrensis. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it is going to be hell in a handbasket to try and balance that many apex carnivores. We don't need that. As for Repti's Kark is going to be a stand-in for like Meraxes or Pterovinator or Mapusaurus, something like that, as a sub-apex. So it'll be a sub-apex Carcharodontosaurid, but it'll be the strongest one. It'll be like by far the strongest sub-apex. And it'll be able to still punch up above its weight. It'll still be able to like scrap with like Acro, Titan, and Zuchang. But yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I'm also thinking I'm going to take Zuchang down off the profiles and stuff as like a mainstay in the roster for now, at least until it gets its TLC. And I'm going to replace it with PT Rex as Tyrannosaurus macrensis. I know there's going to be opinions on that, but again, this is all subject to change because the server's not going to come out anytime soon. So again, if you want to be involved in any of these discussions, just join the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Join us. We got a lot of really cool people here, a lot of discussion channels for you to essentially just speak your mind. Like, what do you want in the server? What do you, as a player, like in a server? What do you want to see? How should the balancing work? Because, again, we're going to try and keep the weights, like the combat weights, as accurate as possible. But again, for some of the dinosaurs, we're going to have to stretch reality a little bit, just for the sake of balancing. Like, since the combat weights are going to be treated as, like, they're in kilograms, the, what is it? I forget. Oh yeah, Quetz. I was going to use Quetz as an example. Quetz in real life is about 500 pounds, which is really light for an animal its size. It's huge. It is a massive Azdarchid, but it doesn't really reflect that with its weight. So nobody's going to be playing as a 250 kilogram Quetz when most of everything is much heavier than that. So I'm going to bump Quetz up to a ton in weight. Or not a ton in weight, just under a ton, like about 800 pounds or so. Or no, 800 kilograms. Which some people might have some opinions on, but again, it is going to be weaker than, like, it's not going to weigh as much as Concavinator or Ceratosaurus or something like that. So there is that. But yeah, the thing is, it's just kind of difficult to balance that because pterosaurs are kind of strange. But again, you just don't want to, like, balance it so accurate that it's just not going to do anything else on the roster because of how it's coded. But again, you don't want to stretch reality too much to have it not be believable. You know what I'm saying? Quetz is going to weigh more than Smilodon. If I even keep Smilodon, I don't know. There's people who don't want Smilodon, which I get it. It's not the highest quality mod in the world, but I mean, it's better than it used to be. Do y'all remember Smilodon on release? That junk was disgusting. It did not look good. The TLC did it wonders. Some of its animations still aren't great, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And I'm also going to try and keep some, like, Cenozoic creatures on the server, like the mammoth and whatever else. I haven't started on adding aquatics to the profiles or stat changes yet, except for the base game ones. But yeah, that's essentially what's going on. That basically covers everything. I'm gonna be real. That basically covers everything. But yeah, if you want to see everything for yourself, I will post a link to the Discord in the description, or the comments below, maybe both. I don't know. I've got some things that I'd, like like to get done today, so I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to posting this. I don't know, but please, I highly encourage you to join the server. Lots of cool people out there, lots of welcoming people. We do polls all the time. Sometimes I do a lot of pings. I'm trying to hold back on that. I'm trying to figure out, like, what do you guys want to be pinged for? What do you not want to be pinged for? Because, like, if I update a profile or something, do you want to be pinged for that? I don't think so. Maybe I'll just type something in announcements and just not ping you. I don't know. I'm just playing around with how to, handle that. Anyways, just, like, voice your opinions in the comments down below. Join the server. Again, we'd love to have more people join in voting in the polls. Because, again, it doesn't seem like we can really come to a consensus on the Giga situation. So, I think we'll have the Gigas as, like, something to just kind of sit in the background. Like, eventually we might do something with them, but for now they'll just kind of be on the sidelines. And when it comes to the Acrocanthosaurus mods, we're gonna have DB Acrocanthosaurus because it's more accurate. But Absentia Acrocanthosaurus is getting its full TLC soon. I don't know if it'll be by the end of this year or if it'll be sometime next year. I'm not sure. But I'd rather consider the finished Acro TLC over the one that's getting its TLC in, like, pieces. So we'll see how Acro TLC is when it's fully done for Absentia. So for right now, we're gonna deal with Divine Beast Acro. There's a lot of, like, upcoming mods that are gonna get added to the server and things like that. Again, it's not up yet, and again, I'm still considering, like, maybe we do a different map. And if we do that, then I might have to redo some of the profiles. Which, I don't know, man. That seems like a lot of work, because we put weeks and weeks and weeks of effort into those profiles. It took us a while to get all those done. But anyways, yeah, please consider liking, subscribing to the channel, and joining the Discords. But for now, I'll catch y'all later. See ya. God bless you.